Ask Your Bishop. I'm Lance Earl, a 60-year Mormon who discovered the road less traveled. This journey placed me on the straight and narrow way, the way leading to life and peace with God. Are you a questioning Mormon? Are you a questioning Mormon? Join me. You need not walk alone.
Hey friends, welcome back. Welcome back. I come to you today from a really strange place, an uncomfortable place. It's a place of sorrow. It's a place of discouragement. It's a place of joy and excitement and encouragement, and they're all mixed together in this ball. And the only thing I know to do is to share it all with you, because I think it needs to be shared, but at the same time, and it's just weird. It's just weird. It's been almost a decade since I left Mormonism, and the one thing I never left behind were those people who were part of my Mormon ward here in Rockland, Idaho. I care about these people. I've had a heart that causes me to want to reach out to them again and again and again, and it's been a strange thing to try to do that. You see, they once called me brother, and that still means something to me. I think it ought to mean something to them too. I can't speak for them, but I think it ought to. I think of Romans 10:1, where Paul says, my heart's desire is for them. He's speaking of Israel. I'm thinking of Mormons. My heart's desire for them is that they should be saved. So anyway, I was feeling like I needed to go see them. I didn't know the best way to do it. So I printed an invitation, and this past Sunday, I stood on the street outside of the Mormon church here in Rockland, Idaho, and I just passed these out. And I want to read it to you. I think it's a message of love. I hope it's a message of love. I wish that it had all been accepted that way, but sometimes it wasn't. But it says, you once called me brother. That means something to me still. Your church declared that I am among the lost and ultimately excommunicated me. You must decide for yourself if your church is correct or in error. If you agree with your church, what does that mean for you? We are each bound by the commandment to leave the 99, to seek the lost and restore them, if possible, to the truth. That applies to me and it applies to you. But in your case, there is an urgency that cannot be ignored. It's huge. See, according to Doctrine and Covenants, section 25:15, if you do not keep this commandment, where your God is, you can never go. So I close this invitation by saying, for the sake of your eternity, you must come see me. You will always be welcomed as a cherished friend. God bless. So I don't think that's offensive, but, well, to some it was, I suppose. So anyway, I printed this invitation, and I went to the church. Now, the church has a persona non grata letter that they published against me. It prohibits me from going on their church properties, and so I have to do all of this standing on the curb, which is kind of interesting to me. And I brought my GoPro so that I could record the video. I didn't do it so that I could record the people, because I don't record the Mormon members that I talk to, especially if I feel like they're not an enemy. But there are some who are. The stake president, he lives right across the street, and he is absolutely an enemy to me. The bishop of the ward that I was going to, he is an aggressive enemy. And so I went having this recording going, and what I found instead, though I didn't intend to record or publish what occurred with the lay members, wow. What occurred blew my mind. I would lump the people that I encountered that day into three classes. First, there were those people that were just automatically on the fight. They started angry, they stayed angry, and they would not be moved. Luckily, there were only a few of these. There were approximately half of the remaining who were just dedicated to shunning. They just, don't, nah, I don't know, whatever it was. They just didn't want anything to do with me. And in fact, I watched one, he drove past me and he was giving me the stink eye so badly looking out the side of his window that he turned too late and darn near, but he just wrapped his tree or his car around a tree, and I had to chuckle a little bit. But anyway, there were those that were on the fight, those were there that were dedicated to shunning, and there were some really decent people. You see, my opinion of the Mormon people is that they are not an enemy. I don't think they are. I think that they're good people who want to be right. I think that they want to be right before God. But I think that they wear the same chains that bound me down for 60 years. Chains that while I was wearing them, while they were attached to my wrist, I couldn't see them, I couldn't feel them, but when they fell away, oh my gosh, the difference was incredible. And so I just ache to share with these. So there were the worst people, there were the shunners, and there were really truly amazing people. And I'm going to start by sharing the worst, and we'll work our way saving the very best people for last. Hey, I think about you every time I pass your house.
No, you don't. I'm not taking that. Get away
yes,
from me.
I do.
No, I don't care
Yes,
if you do or
I
not.
do.
I don't like you. I don't trust you.
I love you.
I know you do, but I think you're confused and I think you're wrong.
Okay, read this and tell me.
I'm not going to read
All I did is quote one Doctrine and Covenants passage. Read it and tell me if you can find anything wrong with
You
it.
threatened to shoot somebody.
Who?
Rock.
Now, this man that you just heard, this man, he says that I threatened to shoot Rock. Now, who is Rock? Rock is Rock Perman, the stake president of the stake. Rock is the big wig as far as Mormon leadership in and around Rockland and American Falls, Idaho. Rock is the man, and according to Will, I threatened to shoot him. But I would like to just reason with Will if I could. He wouldn't allow it then, as you saw, but maybe he will hear this. Matthew 7:2 says, "For with the same judgment you pronounce, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you." Will, do you hear what this says? If you judge me wrongly, if you, in your mind, convict me of something that you can't prove and that you don't know, the judgment that will come from God to you will be the exact same judgment. You will be found guilty of a crime you never committed. You will be thrown into the lake of fire that burns forever and ever. You will be cast into hell, and you will have no appeal, as I had none before you. As you judge, so will you be judged. And so the thing is, Will, if you think I did this, present your case, present your proof, and we're fine. If you can't, I pray that you will get right before God. Revelation 21:8 says, "But the cowardly and the unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the sexually immoral and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars, their place will be in the lake of fire that burns with fire and sulfur. This is the second death." If you said something, presented it as truth that you can't prove, that you do not have any evidence of, you are a liar, and you are promised a place in the lake of fire and brimstone. Now, while I'm here, I would like to just share a quick message to Rock Perman, the stake president. Now, I don't know where this rumor came from, and I don't really care. But here's what I do know. If this rumor is going around inside your stake, you know about it, Rock. You know about it. And if you know about it, and if you have not done everything in your power to squelch it, it has become your lie. And Rock, I know that you are a man who loves to make a lie. I've actually seen it. So I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying this is what I know. Now, the Doctrine and Covenants says, "These are they who are liars and sorcerers and adulterers and whoremongers and whosoever loves and makes a lie." These are the people going to the celestial kingdom. Now, let's contrast the lake of fire, the biblical hell, with the celestial kingdom. You see, both are places where the worst humans go. The liars, the adulterers, the pedophiles, the murderers, the adulterers, all of these terrible, horrible, wicked people go there, and they stay there for eternity. God will not go there. That is the biblical heaven. Now, what is... that is the biblical hell. Thank you, Grace. It's all right. What is the celestial kingdom, this lowest degree of glory in the Mormon heaven? That is the place where the liars and the adulterers and the pedophiles and the murderers and thieves, that's where the worst of the worst go, and they live forever and ever. It's a place where God will not go. What is the difference between the biblical hell and the lowest degree of Mormon glory in the Mormon heaven? Nothing. It's a distinction, but without a difference. So, Rock, it's up to you. Do what you want. You can't hurt me. You should know that by now. You have no power or authority. But I hope you will get right, because I care about you. How you doing? Good. Hey, Stan, this is just an invitation to you and your wife.
Oh, for what?
Heaven.
For heaven.
Come on, Skip. Come on. You won't take this out of my hand?
I don't know. You've gone overboard on a lot of stuff, Lance.
You read this and you see if it's not true.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, read it and see if it's not
You've
true.
gone overboard.
Stan, I'm not here to be judged by you. I'm your friend. I still love you, even if you want to judge me. Here you go. Here you go.
Thank you.
This man is Stan. He was my first Mormon bishop when I moved into Rockland, Idaho. Now, he judged me. He made some pretty harsh statements about me, as you heard. But then he said something crazy, and I want you to hear that now. Hey, Stan, do you know that Jesus used to hang out at the synagogues and at the churches? I said, just for what it's worth, Jesus used to do exactly what I'm doing at the synagogues and the churches. They cast him out too. Oh, they crucified him, Stan. No contention? He was still kind of prattling on when he got out of his car, so I told him, hey, you know, not only me, but Jesus went to the synagogues and to the temple, and he did exactly what I did now. And this bishop, this man who should know better, said, yeah, but Jesus didn't cause any contention. The only thing I could think to say is, dude, what are you talking about? They crucified him. John 15:8. If the world hates you, understand that it hated me first. Jesus didn't cause any contention, but the world hated him. Stan, the world hated him. You cannot say he was not someone who brought contention into the world. 1 Peter 2:8, and a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense. They stumble because they disobey the word. Do you hear that, Stan? Jesus was a stumbling stone that caused people to trip and fall. Jesus was offensive. He brought contention into the world. He brought the gospel, which is always offensive to the world. Matthew 10:25. It is enough for a disciple to be like his teacher and a servant like his master. And if the head of the house has been called Beelzebub, so shall the members of his household. You want to condemn me while I follow Christ? Stan, first you need to discover who Jesus is, because Jesus is not the Mormon Jesus that we see in the pictures. He is not a soft, perfect hair, soft hands, squishy European. He never was that. In fact, he looked so Aramaic that when the people came to arrest him, they didn't know who he was until he was kissed by Judas. Come on, Stan. First, meet Jesus. Now, this next guy, he's interesting. I first met him 2 or 3 years ago. We were at a community dinner over at the park, and I was talking with the bishop who was in office then. He's since been released and replaced by another. I was talking to him, and all of a sudden this man jumped right into the middle of me, and he said, my name is... I forgot. He said, my name is blank, And you better not forget it. And he repeated that 4 or 5 times. My name is, and you better not forget it. Well, here we are years later, and he just can't let it go. Yeah, I forgot about you. That a boy, that a boy. Good Christian.
I have it on camera too. Hope it's on camera.
Good Christian.
Joe Danby, and you had better remember it.
Oh, I'll remember it, Joe. That's about all I'm going to do the rest of my life is go around remembering your name.
I'm curious about where these kind of attitudes come from. You know, it's kind of crazy because people tend to follow their leaders. If their leaders are aggressive and cruel and easily turn to anger, then the people will follow. And so this Mormon bishop, who's over this ward now, his name is Jeremy Smith. I ran into him a few months ago in the Costco parking lot, and I started to talk with him, and I turned around and walked with him to his car. I helped him load his groceries in his car, and as we were doing this, I said, can we possibly get together? Can we get together, open those books you hold to be Scripture? So I'm not just limiting it to the Bible. That would be the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, a pearl of great price. Can we open these books and see what they say about the salvation of you and your family? Now, why wouldn't a bishop want to talk about this? Why would any man of God not welcome the opportunity to talk about this? Instead of that, he called me a whore. And that is where the attitude comes from.
Say, man, that's the worst attitude I ever heard.
Attitude reflect leadership, Captain.
Now, the shunners, they just drove by. We just drove by, except for one. And as he came up the road, all of a sudden he swerved hard at me, caused me to jump a little bit. And then he turned away at the last moment. And, shunners, they are men of such honor, aren't they? Can I give you something? Oh, good, good. But now I want to talk about the best man, or the better man. And I just have a compilation here of some of our discussions. I hope you enjoy them. How you doing, Stanford?
Doing good.
Think about you all the time, our last visit. Hey, that's just an invitation for you.
Okay.
All right, have a good day.
Yep.
How you doing? Oh, hey, hi. I'm just passing out invitations. You're invited.
Okay.
Hey, we're sorry to hear about the loss of your wife. That's rough.
It is. We're getting through it, though.
Good. Take care.
Well, that's very nice of you.
Have a good day.
Thanks, Lance.
James, Darlis, hi. Hey, this is just an invitation for you guys.
Okay.
Love to see you there.
We'll see you.
Okay, bye. How you doing? I just have an invitation for you guys. Have a great day. Okay, see ya. Hi. Just want to give you an invitation. How you been?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. You too. Hi. Can I give you an invitation?
Sure.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Morning, lads.
Dan, this is an invitation for you.
For what?
For the best gift there is.
Thanks, lad.
Have a good day.
See you.
How you doing?
Morning, lad.
Fred, just an invitation for you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too. See ya.
See you later. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Just an invitation for you.
Okay.
Have a great day.
All right.
How you doing? This is just an invitation for you. Have a great day. Hi. How are you this morning? Yeah, this is just an invitation for you. Have a great day. Hey, Merrill.
My window doesn't roll down.
Oh, hey, I've been thinking about you ever since Costco. This is what I wish I'd said. It's an invitation for you.
Yeah.
You guys have a great day.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good morning.
Hey, this is just an invitation for you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
I want to close by talking about one Mormon leader. I'm not going to name him because what he did could backfire on him. It could land him maybe in church discipline or something like that. But he came up and he was very friendly. And he asked how I was doing, and we had a nice little conversation. And finally he asked a question that I never expected to hear from a Mormon leader. He said, "What kind of coffee do you like?" I went, and I told him, I like any kind of coffee. I really do. Any kind of coffee is great with me. And he said, well, I've been thinking about you a lot. And he said, I thought maybe I would just buy some coffee and bring it to you as a gift so that maybe we could sit and talk. Wow. Remember I told you in the beginning that part of me is in turmoil because of the hate that is so easily stirred up among these Mormon people. But at the same time, I rejoice. I rejoice because of this man, a man who was willing to go and do something that most Mormons wouldn't do at all. They would be afraid to buy coffee. They would be afraid to be seen in a store with coffee in their cart. Come on. But this man says, what kind of coffee do you like? Let me bring you some and we'll talk. Well, I suggested maybe you should bring some hot chocolate so that we can share a mug together, and I would love to have you join me. Come join me anytime. So, in closing, I want to turn to Romans chapter 10, starting in verse 1. It says, "Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for Israel." But I kind of have a tendency to mentally line out Israel and put in the Mormons. "Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to God for the Mormons is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge." We've just established that. Stan, the Mormon bishop, couldn't conceive of a Jesus that would cause contention and discord in the land. So, I bear them record that they have a zeal for God, but not according to knowledge. For they, being ignorant of God's righteousness and going about to establish their own, have not submitted themselves to the righteousness of God. Think about this. They don't submit themselves to the righteousness of God. Instead, they want to establish their own. We believe, says the third article of faith, we believe that all mankind may be saved through the atonement of Jesus Christ and by obedience to the laws and ordinances of the gospel. By obedience to the laws and ordinances of the gospel, the Mormon people try to establish their own righteousness. And in Romans 5, Paul says very clearly, if you attach any kind of works, saying that salvation is a combination of Jesus and the works you do, that if Jesus can't save you if you don't have works, and if you won't, and what am I trying to say? Anyway, bottom line, they believe that they are saved by a combination of Jesus and works. And Romans 5 very clearly points out that the Galatian church, back in Paul's day, had the exact same gospel that the Mormons have today. And Paul said, because you have attached works to the righteousness of Jesus Christ, you are severed from Christ, and you are fallen from grace. So, my friends, I hope that you will join me. Pray for these Mormon people. They're not our enemies. They are deceived. They wear chains that they can't even feel. They've worn them so long that they don't recognize them. But they are burdened by chains. And the amazing thing, and this is my last message to all the Mormons, I hope that the Rockland Mormons hear this. I can show you how I can be saved. And I can explain to you how I know that I am saved right now and back my explanation with the Word of God. Oh, my dear Mormon friends, you can't. You can't do that. Now, I know you love the church. I know you love the socialism, not socialism, the Society of Mormonism, the friendships that you have. Those are all good things. But they will end at your death, and you will be lost forever into that lake of fire and brimstone, because, as your own scripture says, you love and make a lie. Jesus is who the Bible says he is. Jesus is not what Bishop Stan says. And Jesus is love. He is bold in what he does. He does encourage contention. Jude, the brother of Jesus, said, "Contend boldly for the faith that's delivered once and for all to the saints." We are to contend, not cruelly, not by means of anger. And as you reflect on what you saw of my interactions with the people who were not automatically triggered and ready to fight, when you look at those interactions, I would ask you, was there any anger? Was there the contention that Bishop Stan said, "Oh, that's what you bring"? No, there wasn't. The only contention came from those people who refused to take the invitation that I brought. Hey, everyone. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and we'll see you again when I do this again.